So in this video, we're going to see how to schedule an interpreter ahead of time. So if we need to have an interpreter come in person, or if we have to have an interpreter join us via audio or video, we do basically the same procedure. It's just a different option to pick. So if you see here on the dashboard, we go over to the left side of it. There's the three buttons there. There's a dashboard, appointments, and configuration. Let's try clicking on appointments, which will bring me up a calendar. So on the calendar, I'll be able to see if there's anything scheduled. On my end, that's just going to show me my scheduled, not necessarily a group's. So I'm going to see if I have anything scheduled ahead of time. If not, or in any case, if I just want to create something new, I just create here, add new appointment. When I open it, there's going to be a list of different fields. Every mandatory field is going to have a red asterisk next to it. So I just need to make sure that at least those fields are filled out. If you can provide any more information, that's very much appreciated. If not, at least with the mandatory fields, we should have enough in order to appear in the assignment. So let's say that we have a new appointment. Let's just say initial. I don't have to have a subject right now or a description. If I want to, I could, but it's not necessary. So in the language, I have English pre-populated. I need to know what language is going to be in the combination. So when I click this, it's going to be a very lengthy list. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start typing the language. So I'm going to select Spanish for this one. And the service delivery is going to be my field basically. I'm going to choose education. Let's say we're talking about an IEP. Service classification, I don't need to include that necessarily, but communication type, that is the most important part of scheduling because I need to know if the interpreter is going to be in person or if the interpreter is going to be remote. In order for the interpreter to be in person, I have to select an option for on-site. So there's different skills that are required for consecutive and simultaneous. So I need to make sure and contact my account manager to make sure that we have selected the correct variety. So, and let's say that I'm going to select someone that is actually not in person. Let's schedule someone that is remote because I need to do something very special when it's someone that is scheduled remotely. Let's just select someone that's going to be scheduled, for audio call. So when I do that, there's a invite list. In that invite list, it doesn't appear in the consecutive, or I'm sorry, in the simultaneous or on-site or consecutive because, we don't need to invite anybody else. You already invited them to be in person, but if it's over the phone or video, then it's going to add, that list. If I add someone by email, they're going to receive a link that they're going to have to click on to join at the date and time, or by phone because they might receive it then via text. So let's say I'm gonna invite myself. So I add it, that's my number. Then that person has been added. And when the appointment is created, they're going to receive a message with the link that they're going to have to click on the date of the assignment. So down here, I don't have to select location because I already said it was remote. In the case of on-site, it's going to ask me for the address, and I just put it down here. Consumer, I don't, if you don't want to select that, that's fine. Basically is going to who's going to be using the service, but you don't have to select that. Let's say date and time, and this is very important. Let's say it's going to be on the 29th. 29th of October. The start time is going to be at 2 p.m. It automatically populates a 2 hour minimum. 2 hour minimum is for on-site when it's scheduled. Remote is going to be 1 hour. So let's say that it's just going to be 1 hour, and I just, take it down, and then I make sure that I have the expected amount. We don't necessarily have to stick to the 1 hour. If it goes over, then that's not a problem at all. If it goes under, obviously, it's okay, but at least you have an interpreter set for 1 hour. The recurrence is going to be selected as one time. Priority is regular. You don't need to do anything with that. It's even grayed out. If you have any notes for the project manager, let's say that it's going to be a difficult situation or you think that the interpreter should know something beforehand, then just put it in there so that we can communicate. Record ID, if that's in case that you keep any records. We don't necessarily do that, but at your request, we can. Number of interpreters is how many interpreters you're going to need. So in that situation, it's telephonic, so I'm just going to put one, and it's just for 1 hour. So once I have added everything that I need to add, I just save, and that's just going to confirm that the new appointment was created. When I have it here, I see an attendee, I have the phone number, and I have the date and all the information, date when it was created or invited, and we can add a preferred interpreter. We have a roster in which you can add an interpreter if you like. If not, that's perfectly fine too. We're just going to assign an interpreter for you. Here, let's say that if there's anything else, let's say I'm just looking, I don't think that there's anything else that you would have to fill out, but let's say that you know, you want to edit it, you want to change something, you want to add a new participant, you can do that. You want to, change the date, you can do that as well. Let's just change it to the, I don't know, 25th and just update. And that's pretty much it. It updated. So basically here it tells me there's a message saying, hey, something changed. That's important to know because sometimes we make changes and don't realize it. So it's just letting me know, hey, this happened. Um, so that's pretty much it. Let's say if I want to cancel it, I just click here on the three dots and I can cancel it. I can clone it. Let's say that it's going to happen again or something similar with all the information that I filled out. I don't have to fill it out all over again. I just clone it. But let me just cancel this. If I cancel it, it's going to ask me, are you sure? So basically, yeah, I know I want to cancel this. So yes. And it asks me for the reason. What happened? Well, you know what? It's not necessary right now. If you have any other reason, you can explain it there, but that's pretty much it. We submit, and then it's going to show canceled. Once it's canceled and I X out of it, I'll be able to see that it was first it was for the 29th, I believe. But either way, we change it to the 25th. When we change it to the 25th, this is where it shows, and it has been canceled. So that is pretty much it. I mean, if I need to open it again, I can just go in and basically, and let's say that I need to clone it because this one has been closed. So I just need to clone it, and when I clone it, all the same information pops up. Let's say that I need to do it for the same day, and it was going to be at 2 o'clock, and then it's going to show me a conflict. But since I already canceled that it's okay. I have one duration for 1 hour, and then I'm going to save it. So I'm going to confirm it. It says one or more appointments with matching information exist at this time. Would you like to create this appointment anyway? Yes, I do. So new appointment was created. And if I go back to the 29th, I'm going to X out of this. When I go back over to the 29th, 25th, sorry. When I go back to the 25th, I'm going to see them one next to the other. But basically, this one is a new assignment. No interpreter has been confirmed yet. Once the interpreter is confirmed, you will receive notification that the interpreter has been confirmed. And this one is just going to stay there because it's just good for our records. Up here, you will see a little bell that is for the notifications. If I click on it, the time has changed. It's just, keeping me posted of anything that might be of note. So that is pretty much it. That is how you create an appointment for scheduled or remote interpreting if it's video, audio, or if you want to do it on site. It's the same thing, just a different option on the form. Hope this helps.